What's going on, everybody? Again, this is Johnny Zix. You're tuned into the Devil's Mic. We got Kingdom Collapse here. What's going on, guys?
What up?
What's up?
Good.
Go ahead and introduce yourselves and what you guys do in the band.
I know I gotta be goddamn careful. Shit is next.
I'm Wes. I play bass guitar and I sing. I'm Robert. I play guitar and do a little bit of singing.
Jonathan, I do vocals and play a little bit of guitar.
Play a little bit? Okay.
Yeah.
Now, we're here today, we're gathered here today for the EP release party of their debut EP, War Inside. Got that bad boy right here, War Inside. So, talk to us a little bit about, let's talk about the feeling. What does it feel like to finally have this, EP out? I know y'all have had singles released and all of that, but go ahead and talk to us.
Yeah, really just, we wanted to kind of keep momentum going by releasing a couple singles like over the span of the last year, but we kind of all felt like it was time to release a decent sized batch of songs. So we didn't want to do a full album, but we needed to get more out there, and that's pretty much what this is.
This is practically the majority of our live set with a few new additions, and it's because it falls under the theme of the album itself. And honestly, when it dropped at 11, I was just there it is.
Refreshed right on the dot.
And there it is. And you just just blast it. It felt so good because all the hard work I feel that we put into just performing and just trying to get stuff together. And
the process of everything.
Yeah, it's the fruit of all the labors right there.
And it's also, it's not like the end of it. It's like the start. It's like we've known these songs for a long time, and they're they're old to us, but it's just now getting to the public. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Which also means we have so much more to release, but now that we've kind of refined the process, at least John refining the process of mixing and mastering and all that, now as we move forward, songs as we write them will be just ready, and we'll have to touch them, they'll be polished, and we can release them.
Yeah, we weren't really liking, we tried working with some people with mixes and masters and stuff like that, and it's just, at the end of the day, a lot of, they just kind of twist it, and it's basically charge you money and change your product, where it's we knew what we wanted, and so we just went the self-produced route.
DIY.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, because I was reading the back and it said produced and mixed by you, and I was all I thought at first y'all were working with someone. So do you have your own studio or what's?
Yeah, I got a little setup that I do our recordings and really just there's this is probably the beginning of a lot of stuff that we're gonna keep doing on our own.
Definitely. That's the way to go nowadays, honestly.
For sure, to not be meddling in the process and changing the sound or making it sound worse, or what you're trying to capture, and so only you can deliver it. You just have to learn and figure it out yourself.
Yeah,
exactly.
And that kind of forced us.
Yeah.
Not being happy with what people would send back. On mixes and stuff, it's okay, fuck this, we're doing it ourselves.
Yeah.
And not settling. It takes a lot of perseverance and not settling for what you get back.
I will not know.
It's so nice to finally be right here, because this was like I said, everything that we had in mind, but just could not seem to reach.
Right.
So
everything's fine. It all came together, and now it's released. No, y'all could be annoyed with it. I won't listen to it.
You won't listen. You're done with it. You play this song's
no, it's
time.
But that's really when the songs start to sound good, is because you're so used to it. It's old.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But listening to it, I started listening to it yesterday when that shit dropped, and I've just been, non-stop jamming it out, and, the most recent music video, I love that song too, and, we'll talk about that in a minute, but as far as the DIY stuff, it's good, and you guys seem to have a great chemistry to where DIY, y'all won't butt heads or anything like that. It'll mesh well together. This guy.
Shut up, Kate!
Yeah, right.
You just gotta take a shit.
Yeah, right. You gotta be excused.
That's what's going on. It's got a problem.
Well, let's go ahead and branch off that as far as the feedback y'all have received from this being released? I know it's a couple days old, but as far as anybody reaching out to you or giving you feedback, what's that been like?
Yeah, it's only, like I said, it's only a day old, but like really, you know, we've had a ton of people, you know, all over the world, you know, message us, be like, hey, like, I want you to send a physical copy to Germany. Like, I want something like in
I'm
my
closer.
hands.
I deserve that.
We love you, Germany.
Stay away.
We love you, Germany.
I call dibs, okay?
We start to fight. Go ahead.
Just don't use these chairs. They're
Positive. It's all positive. I haven't heard anything negative. It's all positive.
Yeah.
I've read negative.
no more.
Where? Where?
The people who don't come out of their bedrooms, who don't have anything else to do. It's positive. It's all positive. It's good stuff.
Right.
Good stuff.
We get it. You vape.
Sorry.
Oh, it's all right.
Yeah, no, it's actually been really well received. I'm very thankful for, you know, the people that actually took the time to listen to me, give us feedback. I actually have to like sit there and be like, but is there something wrong with it? Give me some constructive criticism, and they're like, I got nothing.
Yeah.
That's our goal.
That's
But I mean, I know that's
what we strive
impossible.
for.
Yeah, it's what we strive for.
Because it's good to have that constructive criticism rather than it sucks. You know, tell me what you don't like about it that we can do to fix it.
No, you like it too much.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But obviously, I mean, it's pretty flawless in my opinion. It's good to listen to just from beginning to end and don't get sick of it. I'm sure you guys are, like you said. Y'all played it so many times.
It's like we're not sick of it. It's just not new anymore.
Yeah.
It's just like
something y'all
It
can,
hasn't been new for a while.
Yeah, but like we were talking about before, as far as releasing the singles and things like that, you don't just want to put out just an EP just right up front. It's good to give everybody a little bit of, you know, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and slowly build up to it. Because of the age we're in, the electronic age, as far as, you know, digitizing everything. So it's easy to pick that up.
People's attention spans, like, you know, they don't last as long now. So it's like, this will buy us a little time to get a head start on the next release, but that's kind of what we want to do, is get momentum with singles rather than just like release, you know, 12 too early on when there's not many people to really listen to all those songs.
Yeah, you want to slowly build up that foundation. And once you got a good little fan base, like, there you go, this is what you guys been waiting for. So.
Keep them wanting.
Yeah,
it's a supply and demand.
Wanting more.
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of reminds me of like Russ, how Russ is just like single.
Financial
album,
terminology.
you know, and so, you know, it worked for me, and I realized that I was just like, oh, Russ just dropped another single, boom, like I want to listen to it, and I was like, it's actually kind of clever, like, and we just, like, the singles bought us time, like, to hold off on like just releasing an EP of songs, but also gave us something to give to people and build that momentum, and it just kind of continues to carry itself as release. So, like I said, we're really humbled and like grateful for the response people, you know, continue to give us, and
it almost becomes something bigger than like what we even thought it ever was. Like, you know what I mean? It's crazy.
That's awesome. So as far as the EP itself, go ahead and talk to us about the story.
I'm not gonna work in verbally.
Really, it's just about the last, you know, couple years. Like, the Super, it's a good and evil kind of like internal struggle. Cage having to take a shit. That's really all it's about. No, I'm just kidding. It's just about, you know, real life experiences and you know, overcoming them at the end of the day. Like, whatever is in front of you, just, you know, not quitting.
Yeah, just going, just having that perseverance to, you know, strive for something bigger than yourself.
Yeah.
So,
because everyone faces challenges in life. That's the thing. Is like, you don't want to hear stories. I mean, some people do, but the majority of people don't want to hear stories of, you know, like, oh yeah, I lost and I'm a loser and the end, like, poor me. Like, no, you want to hear songs that are uplifting and like, no, I'm gonna win. Like, I'm gonna break through this, you know. And so that's kind of.
But still be honest. You know what I mean?
Right? Yeah, absolutely.
Like,
Absolutely, not be fake about
you know,
it.
you're going through it, like, yeah, it sucks and it feels like shit, like that, but that's being honest, but not letting that be the end of the story, you know.
Exactly. And that kind of puts a little segue into the song Suffer, which was released, and we talked about that a little bit before. Now, as far as the lyrical content, there's been a little bit of pushback from what I saw in one of the videos, as far as it being violent, it wanting to cause harm to someone, but really it's a deeper meaning than that, if you want to talk about that.
Yeah, it's just, you know, when you're screwed over, you're pissed, you know, you you want justice, you want revenge, whatever, but it's about being in the middle of that feeling when it's fresh, like, and just like everyone's felt that, you know what I mean? So it's a feeling, like, I think it's very passionate and intense. And like the lyrics are basically just about wanting payback, you know? But that's not the end of it, you know?
Yeah, there's more that's gonna come out to this. I'm gonna come out on top regardless of what you did.
Yeah.
You know, and you even see that in the music
It's that
video as
initial,
well.
it's that initial, like, fuck you, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like all this pain you put me through, you know.
Yeah.
I hope you suffer. I hope you suffer the way I do.
Yeah.
Well, it's interesting because, like, you know, for therapy to, like, get through something, the first thing any therapist will have you do is talk about it.
Yeah,
You
there's
know, you have
steps.
to be completely upfront and honest and open with your feelings. It's kind of the, like, for some reason, the basics of our, like, of our psychology and how we work is, like, we have to embrace, like, what we're feeling to cope with it and let it go. And that's kind of what we wanted to provide, was an outlet of, you know, relating, like, yeah, like, we've been kind of through the same thing, you know. And
never
no vile
process-
intentions, no ill will towards anybody, really, but rather just embracing, like, the coping process and just saying, like
Anger is a part of getting over something. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you feel pissed off, you know, and then that pushes you, you know, that negative energy maybe pushes you to, in a more positive direction, to take a step, you know, away from that person or that whatever.
Yeah, that situation, that event. Yeah, exactly.
It puts a fire under your ass.
To move on and come, like I said, just come out on top and be the bigger person, but you know, you still have that feeling. Everybody has feelings. We're all human. You know what I'm saying? So we all go through those stages in certain situations.
Yeah.
Now, as far as like music videos go, y'all work with Space on Travel. I guess that's the channel that y'all go through. And y'all recently released "Bring Me Down" video, and I wanted to get a little bit more information in regards to that video itself, like what it portrays and everything like that. I have an idea, but talk about it.
Yeah, so it was a little more of a, not like super lighthearted, whatever, but it's a little less serious. Like, it's more of that rock and roll spirit of like I know a lot of people hate their job, you know what I mean? That's like, it's like no one wants to really be at work, you know what I mean? No. So it's
excuse me, I love my job.
okay.
Yeah, these guys are different.
Anyways,
Can't say anything right now.
but we've all had a job that sucks, you know. So it's like, as far as the video, we kind of had that idea of, like, you know, you go through this, like, you know, daily, like, mundane task of going to this job, but at the end of the day, you know, whether it's 5 o'clock or you get out, it's like, it's time to get back to your passion or your, you know, what you love, and, like, get back to the music. And that's what it is for us. Like, we work a lot, you know, right now, but really this is one thing that we really look forward to, you know, and, like, getting together and playing. So it's kind of like just a underdog kind of, like, I don't know, you know?
Like, there's more to life than just working, you know, your 9-to-5 job or whatever.
Yeah.
And it doesn't only just work with music, like, you know, for you guys, but your art, you know, your rap artists, or, you know, you like doing other shit other than just working.
Starting a longboard company.
Yeah, exactly. Skateboarding, whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? You know, it works for all of us.
Anal surgery.
Anal surgery? Oh my god.
Oh.
He said coffee. It's loosened up. Nah, just kidding.
Bend over, boy. I got some scissors. I got some clippers.
I'm about to block your number, bro. That's
Try to break me.
reason where that song kind of came
I was like,
from.
oh gosh. Why?
It came from a place where, so basically because of the pushback from Suffer, it's just kind of like, you can't control me. Like, I'm going to write the songs that I want to write. Like, this is the message that I want to give. Like, if you don't understand it, like, don't bring me down because of your lack of understanding.
Yeah.
I really do not care. Like, we're doing what we're doing. Don't rain on my kid parade just because you don't know me. And you don't care enough to actually, check it out and to actually understand it or ask us what the meaning was behind it. Just take, your own presuppositions on what it could be. So that's kind of where that was the source. That was kind of like a little flame that ignited.
Because
the root of that song.
since Suffer really got out there, like we got a lot of like opinions from everybody, and it's like I didn't ask you, like you know what I mean, like
They came out the woodwork.
Yeah,
And he was like,
yeah.
I'm gonna talk shit about this song.
it's like okay, whatever, and that was the inspiration to Bring Me Down. It came together pretty quickly, both songs.
Now, as far as we'll go ahead and move on to record label. I haven't signed yet, but as far as anybody reaching out to you, what's that process been like?
Oh, really? We haven't pushed to sign with anyone or anything right now. Just really trying to build what we have going and really become dependent on our own rather than being dependent of someone else.
There's several million people in San Antonio. Like, we got plenty of people that we can perform for and give away. You better stop that cage.
Where's the eject button?
Ejectocito, cuz. Boom. That boy flying.
Just give him a beer. Take a lap to me fly.
Big ass spring.
But yeah, I mean, right now we're not like thirsting over a record label. We have ideas of who we'd like to work with, and it's going to take a lot of work to get to that point. But right now, where we are, we're not necessarily content. Of course, that's why we don't want to settle. Our asses.
Yeah, there's always more.
Exactly. So it's not that we're saying we're too good for like any certain kind of label. We just know what we're striving for, and there's a lot of work to be done to get to that point. So like we have tunnel vision. Like we're just gonna keep working towards it, and everything else is kind of like cool. Thank you for your time.
This is what we want to do. This is what we're gonna work for. And this is the end goal.
Yeah.
So. Now, since this is released, there any talks of like a possible tour, or War Inside tour?
Yeah, so in the new year,
Out of here.
in the new year, we're gonna, start to branch out, regionally, like get to Dallas more, Houston more. We have a show in Austin next month. Things kind of slow down for the holidays, but after that, we're gonna, be branching out more.
Definitely. And as far as like shows go and stuff, I wanted to talk about the beginning of this year. You actually opened up for 10 years, which that's pretty rad. So talk to us about how that was whenever you guys were kind of starting out.
It was awesome.
Craziest show I've ever played.
And why is that?
Because my wireless decided to shit out.
I think everything that could have gone technically
right before
wrong
we went on.
did.
So, I mean, I've played plenty of shows, bunch of shows, and this is our first show back. We gained some badass fans, and we
Flexing on our fans over here.
Yeah, we got an audience.
We had prepared for it, like this was the shit, we're opening for 10 years, like that's it. We're gonna be millionaires after this.
And then the intro track starts.
It starts, and then I turn my volume up, and I just want to know, like, am I good to go? Like, ain't nothing coming out. So it's like,
I was smacking Steven Simple. I was like, bro, pause the track, and he's like, nah, we're going with it. I was like,
you better find a cable, quick!
Make it work.
Get a cable now!
we made it work, and it was nerve-wracking. That show, in my mind, literally lasted like 3 minutes. Like, that was the fastest show. Like, I was so like, wow, there's so many people
That's
here.
because it was 3 minutes.
That's how good it was.
25 minutes. Yeah, no, it was an awesome show.
We worked our asses off to get there because it was it was more of like, it was technically our first show as this band,
With this
current band, the first show, and we're opening up for 10 years, and it was just like,
There's a lot of like questions, like I was like, we didn't know what to expect, you know, but it turned out good, you know.
And we were super thankful for it because like we got put up in front of the crowd, and which we weren't expecting. You know, if you're the opener, like who's gonna be there? But it was thankfully enough. It was the VIP kind of package that they had sold, and like people were coming in
During our sound check, just up there ready.
Even it over there.
That,
like, what are we doing here?
Wild. And like it was funny. We had a lot of people come out like,
too fucking long.
yeah! Yeah! I'm saying!
I'm quoting an actual.
and it was just cool to have your family and your friends there, and for kind of your first show. And now I'm like, it's gonna be even better tonight. It's gonna be a dope show. That's all I'm saying. Ah! So yeah, so no, it was a good experience, and it set us up for like tonight. Like we got people here that saw us at the 10-year show and were like, hey, we actually like this band, like let's check them out again. And they've cared enough to support us throughout every show after that. So, you know, we met some really dope people that it's humbling to have them, you know, actually show us that like, hey, your Cactus is pretty dope. Like what you're doing is really cool. Support it.
It's very reassuring, like, you know, because when you care about something so much, it's easy to overthink. You're like, it's like, is this the finished product? It's like, should we revise this? You know, like, when do you stop? But it's like when you release it and you realize it's like, no, it's good. Like, you can't expect unrealistic.
That one right there. Hey, I'm not.
You got to be realistic, and at some point, it's just you got to release it. You know, so that's really what this EP was. You know, it's really kind of like letting go and like, okay, we're letting songs out. Like, you know,
Here we go. This is the beginning.
yeah.
So, and it's a great beginning. So we're really looking forward to what you guys have to follow this up, which seems like it's going to be pretty tough, but I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys can do it.
No, just
yeah.
Oh shit!
wait! Ooh!
You guys are ready to release
it was
right
funny.
now.
We actually weren't even gonna release.
Hop on board.
Yeah.
We actually, John was like, I don't know if we should release War Inside, like the song itself, and I was like, bro, like we have so much material like to work with later that it served its place, you know, in the lineup that we had for its time. And so I was like, just release it. We have so much more to work with later on down the road. Like, it's wild to think. I'm just excited. I'm excited for the new material. I'm excited for the old material to finally be out. Pardon me. Sorry, I'm excited for our new material to be out. But like you said, it's just a start. It's just a beginning. So
Yeah. And it's a good blend of like, we had, some of these are older, some of them were just written, you know, a couple months ago. But, you know, I think it's a good blend.
Yeah. Now, as far as closing out the year, going into the new year, you did mention you have a show in Austin next month. Go ahead and tell us the date.
Yeah, it's November 17th, the Dirty Dog. It's with To Whom It May.
Oh, out of Houston.
Yeah, so, we're going to be playing with them again. They were actually at the 10-year show. They played right after us.
Oh, yeah?
The 10-year show. And yeah, we played with them in Houston, and then, so we're kind of building a little connection with them and friendship, which is cool. They're really nice.
yo, the singer was getting a haircut behind the venue, like right before the show, and I was like, bro, like, yes, and it actually looked really sharp. It's really dope. It's just weird the things that you see, like, when you perform with people. What was that? Okay, I'm gonna be quiet.
Oh, no. Okay.
So as far as going into 2019, what do we have to look forward to for 2019?
New music, like I said, really a bunch of live stuff. We're looking to really up the amount of shows we play. This year was a big, like, you know, getting out there, you know, kind of year, like with a little bit of everything. But I think now that we've got material out, we've got things growing. Now it's time to spread it, to play as far as we can, and really build followings
and grow together, cohesively as a band, like with, writing and recording. Now that kind of have a process down, like we know we can depend on ourselves. We don't have to worry about all that. We can just write whatever, record it, mix and master it, boom, have it done that week. So it's exciting. Like that opens a lot of doors for us. With regards to our material. So I think that's probably one of the biggest challenges I face as an artist. I have my own acoustic stuff, and like the hardest thing for me, it's not performing, it's not practice. Practice is the most tedious,
like millions and millions.
but actually getting a solid recording and have someone who can mix it well and having a good master of that track. That is, for some reason, the most challenging thing because it demands so much skill from so many different people with those skill sets. And so this opens kind of that removes that blockade.
I would be a wall ranger.
I'm super excited for next year's gonna be.
We're looking forward to it. But
Yeah.
all right. Well, I mean, that's all we got for today. We appreciate you guys coming on again. So, again, pick up War Inside by Kingdom Collapse. It's on iTunes, all your favorite music platforms, all that. Get a physical, get whatever you want. They got fucking koozies, Coors Light,
Keeps your beard cool.
in case you didn't know.
Or water if you're beer or Coke. Coca-Cola.
Yeah, I was like,
Coca-Cola.
now what's y'all's social media? Go ahead and throw it out.
Like asking for security. I was like, what?
I got my card right here, man.
Tickets.
Facebook.com/Kingdom Collapse, Instagram, Kingdom Collapse, Twitter, Kingdom Collapse. It's all Kingdom Collapse. So just look up Kingdom Collapse. That's all you need to do.
Give them a follow, subscribe, all that shit. Keep up with their music, all new releases, new shows, all that good shit. Again, this is Johnny Zex. You're tuned into The Devil's Mic. We appreciate y'all. Stay metal as fuck.
I think it's fucking.